I'm here at Mobile World Congress Americas and I'm talking to Durga Malladi, Senior Vice President of Engineering from Qualcomm. Welcome. There's been a lot of buzz around Cellular Vehicle-to-X. Can you explain a little bit about that?
The Release 14 flavor of Cellular V2X is highly focused on safety services, forward collision warnings and other sorts of alarms that you actually get, but we are building upon that as we get into the 5G era.
And you just introduced a new chipset.
It's clear that we have to test the technology out in the field. Our chipset announcement which was made is a step in that direction. It allows us to go and test it out in the field with all of our partners in the automotive and in the cellular industry, and then pave the path towards commercialization as we go forward.
And what about timing for this? Are we going to likely see it in the next year or so?
We feel that there is increasing interest in Cellular V2X, and you will see a lot of new tests and trials that will occur, so we look forward to it.
You talked about the role towards autonomous vehicles. Is 5G going to be a part of that?
So 5G NR standardization, which is going to complete over the next 1 year or so, a lot of the focus is on mobile broadband at this point in time. But as we are looking ahead into some of the key features that are there in 5G NR, one of them is, well, obviously we have wideband channels and very high data rates. But in addition to that, we are bringing in attributes of ultra-reliable, low-latency communication. So as we think ahead, if you were to start thinking of what role does radio play when it comes to autonomy, we see that radio plays a role wherein it complements all the other sensors, whether it's cameras or any other sensors which are there, in terms of taking us towards more advanced path planning techniques and so on. If you were to picture a world wherein every vehicle is autonomous, you might land up in a mode where you say, well, they can directly communicate with each other using radio to a large extent, as opposed to using other indicators and so on that we do. We call this as intent sharing. Two vehicles today, when they share intent, I mean, it's a combination of you show an indicator and that's why you take a lane change.
Right.
But you could actually simply communicate that to all the other vehicles on the road. So there are things that you can actually build upon if we were to put the capability into 5G NR upfront.
And 5G AA, was that a key part of moving this forward?
That was our attempt to make sure that everyone feels welcome in this process. As 5G comes into mainstream, a lot of the technologies are no longer intended just for the more classical mobile broadband space alone. There's a lot of new verticals, and these vertical industries have not been used to cellular ecosystems for a while now. So it's a good way for them to feel welcome and also be a part of it. We're actually quite happy to see a large number of automakers now even attending 3GPP meetings, an integral part of it. So it's been very good and it's been a good step in the right direction for us.
Okay, thank you very much.